Canelo ordered to pay $8.5 million. Wow. Okay, check it out. I put a video out, or actually, it was on my other channel before Counterpunch, but I've covered the story, and I'm gonna just try to give you the quick version because there's really no need to get into these like lengthy details. Okay. Um, Long story short, now you remember about, I don't know, maybe back in, let's see, probably back in like October, November, Canelo was tied up in court. And remember, they were talking about how that may affect the Gennady Golovkin fight, how, Canelo's in court, that might interfere with negotiations. I mean, there's been like so many excuses handed down by Golden Boy Promotion, it's hard to keep up with them, but that was one of them, that, he had legal problems, therefore, they couldn't negotiate. And he said, after the court proceedings, negotiations will continue. I mean, I'm sure that probably just like, jarred your memory because there's been so many excuses handed down by Golden Boy Promotion that, like I said, it's hard to keep up. But okay, Canelo, his former promoter, All Star Boxing, okay? And you guys probably don't remember them. You probably think of Canelo as always being with Golden Boy Promotion. But if you go back post or pre-Mayweather, 2008, 9, 10, back in the earlier years, somebody's sending me a message. Keep up the good work, Counterpunch. Thanks, dude, if you're watching. But, you go back, and he was with All Star Boxing. Okay, long story short, Golden Boy Promotion, they come in and steal Canelo. I mean, that's some shady shit right there. First of all, they come in and steal Canelo, and then basically they turn Canelo into this megastar. But according to All Star Boxing, I mean, they had the same intentions for Canelo. They knew he had what it takes to become a big star, right? So Golden Boy, steals them, and they end up in court. Okay, All Star Boxing sues Golden Boy Promotion, and they win. Okay, and I'm just gonna give you the bullet points to keep it quick. They win, and now Canelo, not Golden Boy Promotion, but Canelo himself, Canelo Alvarez, is ordered to pay $8.5 million. Okay, but apparently he couldn't. Now here's what I understand. Okay, they tried to liquidate his assets, meaning they tried to put a lien on his house, things like that, on his property, and they tried to force him to liquidate to pay and this is recently, to pay the $8.5 million. Okay, but they said his property, his assets, and everything combined, it wasn't enough. Therefore, some legal mumbo jumbo. It's got to be at least the owed amount. Like, they're not just going to liquidate and pay half or pay a portion of it. And Canelo's appealed, so he's got them tied up anyway with an appeal. Well, now they file a new motion. They want to garnish his wages for the Chavez fight. I mean, this is crazy. I've never heard of anything like this. So now, All Star Boxing, they want to garnish Canelo's his wages, man. Like the IRS will garnish your wages, like for back taxes. Okay, it's no different. And that can happen. Like, if you get say a wreck with no insurance, a judge can order, your check, your money to be garnished, your paycheck. Say you get, maybe $1,000 a month. Well, they're going to take out $300-400 until your debt is paid. So now that's what they tried to do to Canelo for the Chavez fight, but Canelo and his lawyers appealed to stop the garnishment. So, I mean, there's just so much like shadiness going on here. Like I said, here's what I don't understand. Okay, how is it that he can't pay the $8.5 million? I mean, if he is the pay-per-view king, and he's making all this money according to these Canelo fans, I mean, this should be just, I mean, it's not chump change. That's a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But you would think between Golden Boy Promotion, Oscar De La Hoya, and Canelo Alvarez, I mean, there's apparently, you know, the pound for pound #1 according to Oscar and according to his fans and everyone else and all these experts out there. You know, he's like one of the richest boxers in the game, you know, averaging about 3.5 million per fight, you know, plus gate sales and sponsors and, you know, this, that, and the other, you know. So according to all you guys out there, Canelo fans, you know, he's bringing in, you know, 6-7 million every fight. Okay, so and we know apparently he made at least 7 or 8 for the Cotto fight, you know, grand total. So why is it he can't pay this? And he should. I mean, look, here's the thing. Okay, what they did was shady as hell. You know, Golden Boy Promotion came in like a snake, like just a little snake, and basically swiped him up. And he was under contract with All Star Boxing, but yet he was like fighting for Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion. So you know what they did was dirty. I mean, it's dirty business. So he should pay it. But like I said, apparently he can't. Okay, he doesn't have according to him and his lawyers, he doesn't have it. But you know, I don't know if that's true or not. Honestly, it's kind of hard for me to believe that, you know, look, he's putting pictures up of this big house that he lives in and all his mansions and, you know, his cars. Remember, he puts out that picture about a month ago. He's like, you know, leaned up on a Ferrari and a Lambo and, you know, and he don't have $8.5 million. I mean, he's got a private jet, you know, stuff like this. So, you know, like I said, it's hard for me to believe that he can't put up that cash. So, but anyway, I'll probably leave it at that and let you guys, you know, hammer it out in the comments section. But and by the way, Golden Boy Promotion, let me end here. They put out a statement and said, you know, that we're appealing. They cannot garnish Canelo's wages. That, you know, that's ridiculous, and you know, they're going to appeal it. So, but actually they can. So, and Golden Boy Promotion accuses All Star Boxing of trying to grab headlines. Okay, there's an ESPN article out about this. You can go read it there. But you know, they're accusing All Star of trying to just, you know, remain relevant or become relevant because they're not. Well, here's the thing, Golden Boy Promotion, you know, they're not relevant because you stole their cash cow. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the arrogance by Golden Boy Promotion is it's just astronomical, right? You know, it's like they're like, oh, well, you know, you're just trying to grab a headline because you don't have any, you know, any boxers, or you don't have shit, right? So it's like, well, we know because you stole it from them, Oscar. You stole, you know, their headline maker and their money maker. So, you know, and really, if you look back, who did Oscar De La Hoya have before Canelo, right? I mean, go back and look. I don't want to get into it right now, but it wasn't much. I mean, so, you know, like I said, I find it just incredible that he can't pay, you know, a measly $8.5 million. Now, like I said, it's a lot of money, sure, but to a guy that is, you know, he's the pay-per-view king, right? I mean, he's, you know, this big, badass, rich boxer. This should be nothing. And in the Chavez fight, you know, he'll probably make at least 10 million. At least, come on, at least 10 million. So, you know, wouldn't it be something if they garnished his wages for the Chavez fight? I mean, that would be historical, and I think it would be karma at its best.